History is full of great leaders who shaped the world as we know it, but not all of them were as noble as the history books would have you believe. From scandalous affairs to downright dirty deeds, these leaders had secrets they would rather have taken to the grave. Let's dive into the darker side of history and uncover the dirty facts about some of the world's most famous rulers. Let's start in ancient Rome with Julius Caesar, Rome's iconic leader. Sure, he's known for his military genius and the infamous et tu, brute, betrayal, but did you know he also had quite the appetite? Caesar was known for his numerous affairs, including his highly publicized relationship with Cleopatra. Roman sources claim that Caesar enjoyed the company of both women and men, often using these relationships for political gain. His enemies mocked him as every woman's man and every man's woman, not exactly the image of stoic Roman virtue. These relationships, scandalous as they were also strategic alliances, ways to solidify power and manipulate rivals. It makes you wonder, was it love, or was it all just a calculated game of power for Caesar? Next up, we're traveling to Russia to meet Catherine the Great, known for her intelligence and powerful reign. She expanded the Russian Empire and modernized the country's legal system, but she's also infamously remembered for her scandalous private life. The rumors of her numerous lovers, including younger men she kept at court, were rampant. The most infamous and utterly false rumor is that she died attempting to engage in intimate activities with a horse. While this story is pure fiction, it reveals just how scandalous her reputation was in her time. It also highlights how history can be twisted and manipulated, especially when it comes to women in positions of power. Now let's hop across the English Channel and talk about Henry VIII, the king who broke from the Catholic Church to get a divorce. We all know the rhyme: divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. Henry's desire to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon was about more than just love. He was obsessed with securing a male heir. This obsession led him down a very bloody path, marrying 6 wives in total, 2 of whom met their untimely ends. But here's a less discussed aspect of Henry's life: his hygiene. In the later years of his reign, Henry suffered from a painful leg ulcer, and some historians believe he may have masked the stench with copious amounts of perfume. So while he might have been the most powerful man in England, he probably wasn't the best-smelling fellow at court. Speaking of hygiene, or the lack thereof, let's cross the channel again and talk about Napoleon Bonaparte, the great French military leader. We all know Napoleon for his grand ambitions and military genius, but Napoleon's personal hygiene? Let's just say it wouldn't pass muster today. Letters between Napoleon and his beloved Josephine reveal that he often instructed her not to bathe before his return from war. Adding to the sensory experience, he was notorious for his love of perfume, particularly eau de cologne. It's ironic, isn't it? A man known for his meticulous planning and attention to detail, yet seemingly oblivious to his own personal odor. And finally, no exploration of history's scandalous leaders would be complete without a trip back to ancient Rome to meet Caligula, the emperor whose reign was a masterclass in bad behavior. Caligula, whose name ironically means little boots, was known for his eccentric, erratic, and often downright cruel acts. He reportedly declared himself a god and appointed his favorite horse, Incitatus, as a senator. But Caligula's excesses weren't limited to equestrian appointments. He was also rumored to have turned the imperial palace into a brothel, indulging in every imaginable pleasure and inflicting cruelty on anyone who dared to question him. His outrageous antics didn't just shock his enemies but also disgusted his own people, who began to see him as a dangerous tyrant. His reign, though short-lived, became a cautionary tale for the ages, a reminder that absolute power can corrupt absolutely. These leaders were more than just figures of power. They were complex, flawed, and often downright scandalous. The dirty facts about historical leaders remind us that behind every great ruler, there's a human being with flaws and secrets, just like the rest of us. It's in these hidden corners, these less savory anecdotes, that we truly glimpse the humanity of these larger-than-life figures. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history's dirty secrets, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hidden tales from the past.